When I was in grade short, I was the prefect master also. That may be one of the reasons why my haircut is always short. Rosie, get a haircut. The boys can't say, sir, yours is longer than mine. But somehow or other, I find that the boys somehow or other change. After a few years, I see more and more boys having the short haircut that I have. They say, sir, more convenient and you won't harm me.
The spirit that was existed over there was the students were for RI. I mean, you wanted something done and the school needed them for something, you would just look, RI needs you, come. And they would come. I remember that the university in Thailand, the rugger team came down. And it was only about 2 weeks before the final exams at the end of the year. So when we heard about it was about 2 weeks before that. So the call went out to all the rugger players, please come down for training so that we select a team to play against them. And the number of people who came down for selection was, we could have got 2 teams from that. And they trained, and they played, and they did pretty well. And that was just 2 weeks before their final examinations. I don't think this would ever happen nowadays. But those boys did it because Raffles Institution needed them and they rose to the occasion.
And even until today, you can see that in all these years that I've been with them, this is one trait that sticks up among the Rafflesians. In fact, it makes them stand out among the crowd. The determination, the never say die attitude. Yeah. So that's one thing that I remember the boys.
In fact, until now, whenever someone beckons the Rafflesian spirit, and everyone will just stand out and cheer in unison. It's not just about the cheering, Your hair will stand on end, that kind of feeling. And then when they stand their feet, together, you can't help but feel like, wow, the aura, like I can't believe I'm saying this, but you feel that you belong, a part of the family.
And of course, long-standing teachers too, because in time, even if you're not from that school, you come to identify with the school and all that the school stood for, the excellence in all the different aspects of school life.
And even after you've left, you still want the best for it, and wherever you go, you take that spirit with you, and be it a spirit of excellence, wanting to do things well, a spirit of integrity or whatever it is, but it goes with you.
Especially when I go to City Hall, I sit down there in the fountain, then I'll just look at the thing. I always remember where certain naughty boys and where they were doing, where I caught some of the boys here, all sorts. Now in City Hall there.
This guy, when he sleeps in class, we are all happy. At last, I tell the class, we will have a normal lesson, so that I can ask questions and they can answer. If he's awake, I ask a question, he answers. I ask a second question, he answers. And so on. I remember he was sleeping nicely and someone asked, a difficult question. I knew the answer, but I thought that show off his knowledge. So I woke him up and says, go and tell them. He just asked what the superconductivity. Oh, superconductivity. It's actually, he went off like a teacher. I really enjoy teaching students and having moments like that,
I would say it was the most enjoyable part of my life, even to this day, I still feel I was happiest most as a teacher than anything else. I've been a principal, I've been an inspector of school, a senior teacher, but I think nothing compares to being a teacher, because you're there with your kids, in the classroom, outside on the field, in camps, right? Learning about them, knowing about them, and helping them wherever you can help them, whenever you can help them. And I think that made a lot of difference. And I don't think if I'm given another chance, I want to do anything else but be a teacher.
People say that the teachers are supposed to teach the students a lot of things, but from my angle in the first place, I find that I learn a lot more from the kids during the interactions, and maybe not sometimes in terms of my own subject, sometimes in terms of life in the first place. they can give you sudden opinions of things that you think, gosh, I never think of it.
Yeah.
I never thought of it in the first place. At the end of the day, I just felt that actually maybe I got a better deal of the bargain. I think I learned more from them than they learned more from me, than they learned from me.
So I learned a lot from my pupils. In fact, in class, they were the ones who brought the wide range of perspectives. They were the ones that actually sharpened the ideas and the insights and the issues, and they shared very willingly. So I learned, in fact, I was more a facilitator than I was a teacher.
Pishan is now what RI used to be in Bras Basah, what RI used to be in Grange Road, the full school. In fact, they got more amenities now. They have more teachers, more people to assist them. They have a dormitory. They have those who are not able to afford, there are special funds there to help them out. There are old boys who are willing to see pupils through education in the school. Before we had to look for them, now they are there.
The school has evolved along with society. In the 23 years that I've been here, we've seen students changing. They've come through, they're much more questioning, they're much more, of course, savvy about the technology. Things change, in lectures, everyone's got their iPads open, they've got their iPhones on. You don't have to photocopy things, they just take a photograph of it and send it around. So it keeps on moving on. I want them to stay current, to stay abreast of the times. I want them to be forward thinking, looking to the future, and keep doing the same things. Keep working hard, keep playing hard, keep doing your bit for society.
Yes, I do now, thinking back. I must say, at that particular time, I didn't miss it. So, hooray, no need to teach, no need to go to school. You get your rest at last, you see. But after some time, you miss the routine, I feel very nostalgic driving by the school, the old campus that's now given over to other schools. What can I say but auspicium meliorus avi, towards a better age.
When Stanford Raffles held the torch that cast Promethean flame,
we faced the challenge of the day to give our school a name.
The eagle eye and Gryphon strength, they led us to the fore.
to reign supreme in every sphere, the sons of Singapore.
Come heed the call, reflections all, and let our hearts be stirring. We'll do our best, whatever test, and keep our colors flying.
Let comradeship and fervent hope with one voice make us pray. Auspicium meliorus avi,
with God to
With God to guide the way.